Good morning, everybody. I have not put my quotes in here, but I thought we could get together and bind this real quick this morning. I have put gold on the edges of my pages to just kind of bring everything together. And in the description box, there is a link to a blog post that contains the sheet of instructions that looks like this. On how to do the slip knot binding. So we're going to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut 3 pieces. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then double that. I know it looks like a lot, but I'd rather have too much. Of course, I don't know. That might do it. Let me see. This is cut 1 length of cord per hole, approximately 3 inches per page. I tend to be generous so that I have extra for tying off at the end. I use 60 inches for my book of 20 pages. But I'm going to do 3 times the length doubled twice. So I'll do that. And then I'll just use that string to give me another length. So just match the ends and then just roll it off. And this is some like twine that I got off from Amazon as a bookbinding set. And I got black and this brown. And it's like a lifetime supply of this cording. All right. And then you got to have a length of string for each page. Okay. So we'll pull this off and get another length. All right, so now I've got my 3 lengths here, and it looks like a crazy amount. Bear with me. All right, so what you're going to do, you have your book in front of you. I want you to just turn it all the way over because you start with the back cover. All right. All right, so we're going to take it. You're going to fold your string in half, and you have to work all 3 holes on each page. Don't try to do like all the top hole or all the middle hole. Don't do that. Work the entire page. All right, so now that your book is turned over, open the back cover because you're going to go from the inside, from in here down. All right, so then we're going to put where we folded it in half, it forms a loop. Put that down through the hole and pull your other 2 through it. All right, and you're going to do that for each of the holes. So just fold your string in half. And do the same. Here's the loop. You're going to feed the tails through. And I would suggest go to the blog post and print this sheet off so you always have it. That's what I do. I have accidentally printed off 2 copies of it, but that's okay. One has gotten messed up. All right. And you kind of want to keep your tails from twisting on each other. All right. And then we'll put that down through the top. And pull this down here. All right. So now what we have to do is get your lines all over this way. Because what we have to do is we have to take the next page and just turn it over. Because we have to go from the top down. And what you're going to do is take your 2 pieces and you want to open up. So you got the 2 held together, and then down here have it so they're apart. Go through the top and go in between your 2 threads. Can you see what I'm doing? Like so. Okay, we'll do that again on the next one. Don't pull them tight until you get all of them fed through. And I like to just spread it apart down here where they went through that loop to begin with, so that as I come down through here, I'm just pulling them in. All right, let's do one more. Once we get them all fed through, we'll snug it down. Morning, JL. Is that Karen? Hi, Karen. All right, so now we've got them. Now you can snug them down. Don't get crazy with it. You don't want to pull it really, really tight, but you want it snug down. Okay. All right, then open your next page back over on top. So like this was like this. We're going to put it like this. We're going to do the same thing. Make sure these are opened up. And make sure they haven't crossed each other so that it looks like a V down here. You'll get a better finish if you do. Put those through there. And I think I had a loop, but we got it. All right. Get that open. And I just, even if these aren't quite even, you can even it up. Okay, we got one more. Oh, make sure you got where they're apart so that you're going between them. And then you can snug it down again. And get your pages kind of even. Snug it in. Snug it in. Snug it in. Okay. Okay, and we're going to do that again. Put this over here. Hi, Vicki. Am I here? Let me get over here. All right, so I'm going to make sure that these two open up nice and flat so it forms a V. Get my tails brought back together for easy feeding through. Go down from the top of the page and go between them. And okay, we got to do one more. I like to leave them loose until I have them all fed through so that I'm not trying to fight against a pulled in section. But I do try to make sure it looks like a V before I feed this through and in between the threads. Okay, now you can snug it in. They've crossed a little bit there. You'd be all right. Okay, so now we're on the last page. This one we're not going to go in between the threads. We're going to take one thread to either side because this is the front cover. So we'll still come up from the top, but instead of having them divided, you're going to do this and then have one thread go toward the top of the book and one thread toward the bottom. so that it's on either side of the threads coming in. All right, you see how those are the two threads we would normally have divided and come through between them. Now we're going to come on either side of them with the strings. So before I tighten that, I'm going to do each one of these the same way. I'm going to trim this because it's just so far out of kilter. All right. So down from the top, and then before you get too far, divide these so one goes on one side and one goes on the other. One more. And you can see I had way too much thread, but it's okay. I'll save it for something else. So put this down through the top and down, and then divide your thread so it goes on either side. That's why I said you should get the sheet and print it off. If you go to the link in my description box, and now tighten it down. Okay, that one's a little squirrely, but we're going to go with it. All right, and now you just tie a knot. So if we do that like that, okay. I'm just doing a square knot, I think. And we got this one to tie here. All right, and you can leave your tails however long you want. See, I do have a good bit left. I could probably use a lot less thread, but I'll use that for something else. So now, oh, this is my fluffy bathrobe. I'm still in jammies. All right, so here's what it looks like on the side. Oh, it doesn't look so good. I messed up right there, and if I was, really up to it, I would fix that. But this is mine. If it was for somebody else, I would fix it. It's supposed to look like this. See the difference? This one I've messed up a little bit. Something got crossed. These don't look too bad. But the reason I like this binding is it lays flat when you open it. See, that's too loose. That's what's wrong. That didn't get tightened right. All right. So that's how you do this, except you have to be a lot more careful. And I needed to get that tighter. I might try to untie this and take it apart and fix this, because that's probably going to bother me. We'll see if I have any luck taking it apart to fix it, because once this string is tied, it doesn't like to come out. But you know what? I have scissors. I can cut it. It is called a slip knot binding. and there is a link in the description box that'll take you to the blog where the lady writes about it. It's a really nice finish. I mean, when you do it right and it looks like that, don't do as I just did. Do as I did before. But no, you need to, it takes a little finesse to get the right tension on it. And, but once you get it, you get it. So I will fix my boo-boo, and I think I will go now and start my day. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.